Personal grant opportunities of up to $8.4 million. The Schofield Barracks Vegetation Management and Berm Maintenance Oahu, Hawaii, with an estimated total program funding of $8,492,154. Eligible applicants, individuals. I ain't lying. The agency name, Alaska District, Schofield Barracks Vegetation, and the beauty of this announcement is that the grantor's contact information is public record, published right here on this webpage. Pamela Iverson, grant specialist. Here's a phone number. If you click on this link, the browser will open up your email application so you can send her a message and start to get to know her. You want more information? I dropped a quick Google search. Miss Iverson works for the United States Army. A professional associated with the United States Army, demonstrates a strong focus on environmental and geospatial services within the Alaska region. It's important for you to understand this so you are able to start to structure your organization or your offer in order to provide the services required for this grant funding in a way that aligns with her missions, with her objectives, everything that she wants to do. How do you help her get what she wants so you can get what you want ultimately, and her partners in this entire ordeal, the U.S. Army, okay? And this is just a tip of the iceberg of what I discussed in terms of getting to know grant administrators and winning millions of dollars in grant funding without filing one application, approaching people and getting to know them and finding a way to help them meet their objectives so you ultimately bring your vision to life. The recordings are available where I spoke with a nonprofit leader here in North Carolina that has raised $1.2 million over the last 2 years without applying for one grant. He's on target to raising $10 million, and we gave you an inside track on exactly what it takes to win the 1.2 and the tens of millions of dollars that I have helped raise through this community right here on YouTube. Many of you have told me that you've won PPP money, economic injury disaster loan money. If you're tired of applying for grants, this recording is for you. You can pick up the recording right here on the page. The link is in the video description below. And as a bonus, I am going to be holding the Get Money Mega Masterclass today, April 4th, 2025 at 3:30 p.m. EST, where I'll get into the specifics of the tactics that you should execute in your region so you're able to put all of these jewels into practice wherever it is that you are, with whom you have to network. How do you get to network with these people? I networked to the point where I worked with the 2012 Barack Obama presidential campaign. So I've been doing this for a minute. We are in the business of making friends. And if you can't make it, you get free tickets if you pick up the recording to last week's masterclass. And if you can't make it today, you can pick up the recordings right here on this page. Only $11. The recordings to last week's, 19 bones. But with these alternative payment methods, you're able to get the recordings with installments as low as $475 with Afterpay, Klarna. So honestly, and the return on investment is exponential. And this is just a tip of the iceberg, what I'll be showing you right now. Here are other grant opportunities. The link is in the video description below. Great chance to be able to operate with me. If you pick up the recordings afterward, I can't promise it's going to be the same number because, again, we're throwing bonuses and we're trying to ensure that we work with the community to keep this thing alive and be able to give you every single resource you require to bring your vision to life. U.S. Army Garrison, Hawaii, land rehab and maintenance. If I were you, if you wanted to hop on one of these opportunities for individuals, I would learn about land rehab as much as possible if you don't know. If you don't know, you better ask somebody, okay? Click the subscribe button, click the bell notification, $7.5 million. Again, individuals are eligible. You will be rehabbing land, maintenance support. See, all these programs have the same grantor, Pamela Iverson, right here. So you want to do as much as you can to get to know this lady and find exactly how your mission aligns with hers. Look, $1.0 million right here. Okay, is this another program? Look, another program for individuals. U.S. mission to Japan. The U.S. Consulate General in Sapporo is committed to combating the climate crisis and supporting sustainable energy adoption in northern Japan. So this is actually old. So let's scratch that. My apologies. Here are other programs available for people. This is a popular one. Make my move. So if you're looking for a place to stay other than the place in which you are living, perhaps you may have to make a move. A number of people, a lot of blacks in this country especially, they're moving out to other countries. Whites as well. I mean, generally, because the costs are nuts. What do they want? Like $10 for one egg? No, like 40 cents, which is still high. And some people are trooping it out to where my family's from, Colombia, because the cost of living is so low. You can make $60,000 and live like a millionaire, literally. Private cook, private driver, yada yada. I mean, you don't want to start to save too much and put yourself in bad situations nonetheless, but check it out. You don't have to even go that far. Look, if you move to Noblesville, Indiana, they're offering $15,000 in incentives right here. Two active programs. This suburb of Indianapolis offers ample housing and all the amenities of a big city. Noblesville has it all. A cutie town, ample housing, all the amenities of a big city, and it's super safe. What I do know about these areas, I drove through it when I had to take my wife to Chicago, and because she had some issues we had to deal with over there on emergency basis, emergency surgery and stuff. And yeah, I mean, it looked nice. The parts through which we drove through the downtown area. All right. But there's more locations if that's not your move. What I do know is that particular area, Indianapolis, Ohio, they're very cost effective. Love stopping in Ohio because, I mean, we got hibachi, which doesn't go anything less than 300 bones if you're taking a family of four, and like 60 bones in the hottest spot. Nice area. So this is Noblesville, 15,000 right here, $8,400 in incentives if you move to Northeast Indiana, 7,300 in incentives. Hutchinson, Kansas City, Lawrence, Indiana. Look, a lot of these areas in the same vicinity. Look, Columbus, Georgia, Texas, $18,000 in incentives, 10,000 right here, a number of places from which to choose. They help you move to that area, help you relocate. Perhaps they may even have a job lined up for you if you're an artist as well. There are several artists organizations that offer awards, right? I didn't see any active programs nonetheless, but I know arts.gov out the gate is for artists. That's a federal program. If you go to arts.gov, you have a grant section right here, and you can take a look at the programs available through this agency. Grants for arts projects, research awards, volunteer to be an NEA panelist. Look, deadline, the Part 2 NEA applicant portal deadline for the fiscal year 26 GAP 1 funding opportunity has been extended. The applicant portal will open on March 14th, close on April 7th. So you have until Monday as of the filming of this video, April 7th, 2025, 11:59 p.m. ET. Just hit arts.gov, hit the grants location. Like I told you, there's no cap. This is for individuals. Applicants may request an amount between $10,000 to $100,000 right here. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. If you join me today, you go ahead and pick up the recordings. I'll get specific in terms of what you need to do to start to put together your list of contacts with whom you have to speak, with whom you have to communicate. You may even want to take them out for a coffee or a dinner, perhaps, right? Just get to know them. Make friends. Find out exactly what do friends do. They help each other out. How do you help that person out? There has to be some type of value that you're able to deliver to an organization, whether you're volunteering, whatever it is that you're doing, to put yourself in a place within their inner circle where they have a need for a particular service or whatever, and you're right there. Like, I volunteered for Black Girls Code. This is a nonprofit organization right here. I don't know where they're out of, but I helped kids nationwide how to code. I helped them learn how to build games and applications. And they had an opportunity for me to make, I think it was starting around $40, $50 an hour. Didn't have the time for it. I mean, I charge more for my rates typically, but I'm not even a senior developer. I'm like an intermediate coder at best. And nonetheless, they were offering me this job right here. I mean, if got nothing and you start to develop certain technological skills. I mean, I had to do this community service. That's a story for another time anyway. But I did like 50 hours of that for something else. And I didn't have to do it like at a soup kitchen because I had some technological proficiency that allowed me, and I enhanced my skills as well, which is something that I could use later on for whatever. Every single skill that you acquire is always useful at one point or another. You never know, okay? Tenant-based vouchers in New York City. Go ahead and take a look, like Section 8. This is a program that's available nationwide, right? So rent subsidy programs. A lady told me she was getting a $3,000 check through New York City. I know New York gives a lot of money in terms of these programs because I believe she was a domestic violence victim. Okay, and you only pay part of your rent, so that's a good amount of money. 3 G's, you'll get into something, right? And just look for these types of programs, Section 8 voucher programs in your area. And again, one of the best ways, as I said in the beginning of my Grants for Everyone series, for you to be able to qualify for assistance, and you don't want to do it solely for this purpose, is to start a business, start some type of organization, a nonprofit, whatever the case may be. Most of these programs, they want to see how you will structure and formulate a plan that will help a broader community, not just yourself. If you start to think about yourself, I'm going through this, I'm homeless, I'm disabled, and it's just for you, then it's a lot harder. It's walking up a slippery slope at times. There will be places where, again, they are catering to individuals, but they want to see you formulate a plan where you put a team together and you assemble it to be able to benefit as many people as you can, give as many people as you can what they want, and you will ultimately get what you want. Watch the video you see on the screen right now so you can learn about every single grant taking and cash making opportunity that I face.